Alright, hey everybody. I was going to take you on a shop tour, but I wanted to show you around. It's a rainy day. So, just going to show you around Fondren real quick. We're in the business district of Fondren. This is the Strip, what's known as the Strip. Tropical Storm Cindy. Rain. Alright, so let me flip the camera around and I'll take you inside. Alright, so let's go on in the shop. Welcome to SE Lock and Key. Going to take you on a little shop tour of the front. That window display changes pretty often, and I'm not going to leave those out because those are very valuable porcelain knobs, but they will probably go into the bottom of this display, which is our kind of our padlock area and plant growing area. So front counter. I'm going to walk you through all of that you can see. But basically, I've got bolt keys over here, of course, designs. Kind of have trailer and RV and specialty padlock, specialty keys right here with bit barrel, and just some show pieces that I have hanging up. I got a parts section here. The key wall here is all domestic or residential, commercial padlock, desk. The wall over here, machines of course. The wall over here is vehicle and motorcycle. And then we have some backstock on the wall there. And code books and exploder diagrams and stuff. So up front, we've got keychains and rubber heads. And here we have some key hiders, rocks, and portable and surface mount boxes, and mailbox locks of all kinds. And displays, personal, antique hardware. It's a JFP, Jackson Free Press article. I'll put a link in the description so you can read that. This is actually going to the truck. And we got our keychain area here, which I'm going to expand this one day. It's hard getting those attached to a plaster wall, but I'm going to do this too. I'm going to do one more where that is, and then move that somewhere else. Future plans whenever I get around to it. And these are some old A-series knobs that I just kind of organized and put in restaurant style bins to put into storage that I just haven't gotten around to yet. And let's go through the door, which you'll see has a couple of knobs on it. I'm still adding to that. I'm just trying to find the mounts. The mounts are the hardest part to mount it how I need to, but Oh yeah, you saw that. Alright, so forgive the mess, but here we have the vice station. You may have seen that in a few of my videos. And stamping area where we keep our bulk keys, the faster movers, Quartet, Schlage, Yale, and some of the more common ones right here. The reason this section's empty is because there used to be a hammer hanging thing there that has disappeared. The front counter, a little bit closer view on the keys, so we'll talk about keys now. The specialty RV trailer locks, lid locks, FIC keys, just did a video on those, and club keys just because I didn't have another place to put them. Old GM 6-cut cutter that we still use, and the bit barrel keys, and then just some displays I have out. Yes, that is a sample prison key. Okay, some strike plates here. Again, this is all parts. Mortise locks. All this is all parts of full mortise locks. And just all sorts of different stuff. One of the hardest problems of this trade is there's so many different parts and stuff that you have to store and keep a hold of. Here's some more strike plates mainly, and screws, and some key and knob parts. And on the back wall we have the keys. So we have again, residential, commercial, padlock, desk, and you can see there is two different sizes of hooks that we mainly use. Starts with arrow sectional up there, which I put out of the way because they're not accessed often. Same with some old Chicago double bit keys over here. See our permits. So that area, since it's kind of hard to get to, I put the less common ones there, but everything else is alphabetical, starting with American and Best, going all the way down through Chicago, and just Ilko, Master Padlock, National Cabinet, Rustling, Sergeant. And you can see that the longer hooks, this is one that we have the best keys on here. It holds about 40-ish keys. And then the shorter ones, which are a little bit narrower and they drop down, hold about 30 to 35 keys. So you can see just all the sectional sergeants all the way down to Yale. And over here we have the vehicle keys, starting up top with old antique like British Leyland, Rolls Royce, Opals, stuff that is not often accessed. That's why we have it up high. And then way over there, this whole strip on the very far edge is motorcycle, but it basically starts with old three-wheeler and Honda engine keys up here from like 1980 and before. So those are kind of the hardest to get to because there's no real need to get to them often. And then starting with like American Motors, Chrysler, Ford, GM, all the way down through Volkswagen and Volvo. And again, most of these hooks are the longer ones, and it holds about 40 blanks each. With the rubber heads, it usually only holds 10 to 15, depending on how thick the rubber head is. And on the bottom row, we have VATS keys, which are the chips, older 6-cut and 10-cut double-sided, 1 through 15. Over here we have just rubber heads that I've slowly started moving. Originally they were by the like Chrysler, metal Chrysler rubber. Originally I had them all together, and then I moved them separate, and now I'm phasing them back into the beside the blank that they are. And here we have motorcycle, starting about 1980 and then coming up all the way to brand new. And those are kind of shorter hooks, so they usually hold about 20 to 25. And then kind of progressing through the years and then getting up into your sport bikes like Kawasaki, Yamaha, newer four-wheeler. And down here, even Aprilia and Buell. And then down here we have some boat blanks. And just a few assorted, just because I didn't have anywhere else to put them. I used to have all the bit keys here, but I started moving them up front. Alright, so this section is our back stock wall. And we've got the residential, this would be the first panel, and this will be the second panel, the vehicle panel. You can see we don't keep as many as we used to, because I try to keep them all on the hooks, but I'm going to take, this is alphabetical again, so I'm going to merge one day. I'm going to merge this over here, and then move all these vehicle to this section, which would open up this whole panel for me to use. Which I really need the storage. Here I've got metal recycling, which is overflowing. I need to get it down there, but it's been raining too much and it's really muddy, so I've got like 4. There's a full container there, there, and then I've got a bunch of brass keys that need to go as well. This is all scrap metal. Brass is kept in a separate thing. We have Schlage parts, deadbolts, A-series, F-series, mostly all Schlage, a little bit of Baldwin mixed in. And here we have our pinning station, which I've shown a few times on Twitter. It's always messy. Every couple of weeks I have to come through and kind of organize it, but that's where I'll rekey most stuff in the shop. Unless it's a really big order, then I set up a table out front. And we're back around to, that's a bit barrel key cutter, or flat steel cutter as well. Drill press and grinder. I think I did a video on that one. The motor's too big for what I need it for, but I'm certainly not going to trade it in. I did forget to show the back wall. I've got some safe deposit box keys here on the back wall. Safe deposit box, and then some original Hudsons, and some National Cash Register, which are very rarely accessed. And here I've got some really old Ford, GM, reading, and some old Corbin blanks, and just miscellaneous stuff that really doesn't have a place anywhere else. So that's it. And you can see I got my hat there. That's for emergencies. And really that's about it. Got cam locks here. Got some all sorts of old parts here. And in here some safe deposit box stuff. Basically again just parts. And up there old code manuals and exploded diagrams for locks. So anyway, I'll turn this around and say thanks for watching, and if you're ever in Jackson, stop by and see us. We're always here 10:30 to 5:30, and thanks for watching. See ya.